Yo, what's up, guys? It's me, In-Game here, back with another stream, and we're gonna be checking out. We're gonna be welcome back to I don't know how I always screw this up every time, but welcome back to Madden 21. This is the franchise. Rest the fan.
Want to talk about a story that's
Ending
making the
off last
rounds,
time.
and that's the
Actually,
Heartbreak Kids
restarted
and their
the next
indelible bond. Once again, taking college football center stage at the championship game later on tonight. It has been truly amazing and truly inspirational to watch this amazing journey that these kids have been on from start to finish to this point, showing off their character, their grit, their determination, their heart has been on full display for all of us to behold. And I normally don't say this, but I, for one, will be a Heartbreak Kid in spirit as they take the field in this big game tonight.
So I believe this is
a season's worth of Saturdays all comes down to this. The final in New Orleans, home of the Mercedes-Benz Superdome and the 2020 College Football Playoff National Championship. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Michigan State Spartans. Here we go, the matchup we've been waiting for. Buckle in as we are off in the College Football Playoff National Championship from New Orleans. This one taken just inside the 10 and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Michigan State now with a 1st and 10. Off-play action. Wade. In trouble, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Wade in the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
Did not see that coming.
And what a big-time play there. 65 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a
The reason why I
first down
stopped is because
in
I
the
didn't
red
expect them
zone.
to get. Oh, that's not good.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On the ground, they go with Young. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Yeah, because I didn't expect them to catch that, so that's why I didn't go after
Got
them.
it 1st and goal. So 3 plays.
Kind of a bad mistake that I didn't go after
them
because
wasting little
obviously not
time.
here.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Yeah, this game was supposed to be a couple days ago.
Here's
Just
Young.
down around to it.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd,
Even
you go to
against
the air.
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time to go play action,
okay.
throw the ball. I
As
say
long as they don't
commit
get a
to the
touchdown.
run and think about it being 4 down
If we block this, it'd be awesome.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Makes the score.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting
This
3
time,
there, kind of feels like a
they're not
win
gonna
for the
hold us back.
defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give
haven't
up a
even played
touchdown
good on
after the
offense, so
march
much
against
else.
them. But the offense,
Oh, no. Oh,
that's a good
he tried.
drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Their own 25-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Matthews. Right side here, and that's complete.
there we go. Oh yeah, that was me.
Very nice
Let's
gain.
go.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a
What the
play
heck
that
is my
started
guy
back
doing?
at the 25. And that is our first connection there for the Heartbreak Kids on the pass and catch, and I'm guessing probably not the last connection for them in this national title game.
I would agree with that. Nice throw there by Matthews, put it right in his hands. man and his switch to receiver. Think of what he's had to put into it all year long to get ready to go for this one. It's not as simple as just going in the backyard and changing over, and now you catch the ball instead of throwing it. You've got to run all those routes, be tough downfield, and make catches. I am really, really impressed with what I've seen from him thus far.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking for the end zone.
Come on, dude. Let's go.
Touchdown, Clemson. Tommy Matthews linking up with the other half of the dynamic duo for a nice touchdown pass and catch.
It almost felt like he essentially ran the ball downfield himself and handed it to him, didn't it? Their connection is so good, dating all the way back to their high school days. Even though rules are reversed now, it is fun to watch.
Yeah, we sat with him yesterday, and we had one of those interviews in the private room, so they were really opening up about this being their last game together. It's kind of bittersweet, but I guess, Charles, it's one of those things where we need to enjoy it while we can still watch it.
Yeah, but one can dream. Can they both be drafted by the same NFL team?
Yeah.
One can hope.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Maybe the story will live on a little further than
I feel like
this.
that's going to happen, too.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
So, yeah, if you guys want to see me try to do more than just 1 year, because last Madden game, I only did 1 year. I kind of just stopped playing the game. If you guys want to see more, all the years that you can play until like retirement.
To throw on second down. Wade. He's going to float.
Yeah, I knew he was going to catch that.
It's complete.
I don't understand how
This one down
this.
almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Wade. And Dixon over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Young. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just
I don't know why he
shy
stopped
of
there.
at the 11 or the 12. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw on second down. Wade, that's complete.
Oh, no.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Here's 1st and goal, Michigan State.
Sack you. Not what you needed. We need to get penalty in a second.
Operating from the gun. Wade. Toward the end
Beautiful.
zone, but
Oh, yeah,
that's
well.
going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw on second down. Wade. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Michigan State has taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
So after the touchdown, the Spartans back out there to kick this one away.
It's not really that much.
This will make it into the end
Scenes in my
zone.
character anymore. I've noticed that since we switched
He'll be brought
positions.
down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
Now that'll
Oh,
be tipped and
no.
intercepted.
No.
Picked off near the 32.
Crap. stupid.
Timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive
You gotta
that
be
football
kidding
into
me.
a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. This is Young on the carry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 13.
From the gun, Wade looking downfield for Jones. And
I was gonna say, if you caught that.
I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Whatever. They're gonna go for
They certainly
that.
had good starting field position on that
Yard.
drive, but couldn't do anything with it
They
after
missed
3
this.
plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started,
I don't even
they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The bottom line, tremendous starting
They
field
go straight
position,
for
really
people.
squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
For next team too.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do?
Ooh.
A candy bar.
Just don't stay down.
Soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
We're gonna go for a big one.
Operating from the gun, Matthews.
Wait, what am I doing?
Pressure here, and down he goes. Shanked
What was my
back
guy
about
doing?
the 43-yard line.
Second down.
That was weird.
Looking to throw
No
on
clue
second
what this guy was
down.
doing.
Matthews.
It's not letting me throw.
Pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So 6 yards.
1st and 2nd
pressed
down
the
were a
button.
disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
What?
The Clemson
I'm so
punter out there
confused.
now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
What was my thing doing?
And look at this. It's a fake.
Oh my
And this
god.
is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does
What?
not pay off. They fake the punt.
so
It
confused.
doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the
What is
field.
going on?
On 1st down, Young.
I swear, dude, I've actually used
And
this.
brought down, but
Ooh,
not
I
before
don't know how we
they're
didn't get it.
inside the 25. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard
This is
line.
stupid.
From the gun, Wade.
I don't know why my guy was
Letting
not
one go
throwing.
deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There
He
is
did it
something to a
twice.
game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside
We're
the
gonna lose this
15,
third
shy
man.
of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wade. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wade.
Let's go.
Taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
How about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them.
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one
Whatever.
thing, the O-line coach will.
Next the scores.
The great kids looking to turn Clemson trailing here at the half.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Are you kidding me?
Who's going to celebrate as national champions? 2 quarters to find out as we get set for the final half of the college football season.
Herbert should have just stayed there.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Don't stop that moment. At their own 30-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And Charles, he spent the second half of last year's championship game in the locker room, but I expect to see Tommy Matthews giving everything he has to win this championship, not in the locker room, but hoisting the trophy up on the podium.
And I would imagine that his head coach, Red O'Brien, pulled him close and said, hey, remember last year, big boy, you didn't get a chance to affect the game in the second half. Wasn't your fault that you couldn't play, but now you have that opportunity.
Dude, my character is the single wide receiver.
Let's raise this trophy.
And I'm sure Red O'Brien also just suddenly reminded him, or maybe not so subtly, you only have 2 quarters left in your entire college career. Make the most of them.
Yeah, most guys like Red O'Brien, not very subtle. I'm sure it's exactly what he told him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Rolling to his left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. He'll run.
Oh, wait, oops.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Come on.
To throw on 2nd down. Matthews. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We're probably going to lose this.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And he will score.
That's how we do it.
Touchdown, Clemson. A 24-yard touchdown.
Probably just saved their game right there.
His guys have made this a 1-score game now. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
16. Clemson Tigers 14.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. Wade.
Well, we haven't lost a single game.
Short
We
one
could
here,
not
complete
lose.
to Dixon. And they'll get it up just short of the
That's not lost
45 at the 44.
I can't really say the same thing for the NFL.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take off.
Yeah, you're not getting away from me.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Wade. He rifles one.
Perfect.
Intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
The 1st down pass. Intercepted.
Ooh, 2 more. much justice.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 22 yards there, a first down.
All right, I was going to say, I hope that was complete.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
True. My character.
Operating from the gun, Matthews. And they'll get this down to the 10. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field.
Was it on us?
The penalty flag is about.
What? Oh.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now a throw to the end zone.
Honestly, I didn't even care about the touchdown here, so that's still being the lead.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies.
And that is caught.
There you go. I didn't expect to catch that.
20-yard touchdown. And Clemson has taken the lead.
Nice.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead.
Spartans 16.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they want. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
7 yards.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
That just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively, nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
I'll be surprised if they
don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, Wade. Short one here, complete to Dixon. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Operating from the gun, Wade.
Oh,
and
let's
that
go.
Will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st down, Matthews. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. From the gun, Matthews steps away to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Wait.
The throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline,
I tried to fake
you
it
cut
and
down
throw it
your
to the
field
other
in a
guy.
big way, significantly.
I don't even understand how he
The
caught that.
second and the third level, those linebackers
Oh, I
and
almost
DBs,
intercepted my back.
they know that, and they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover, and they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Wade. Over the middle, complete. That's Young. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Wade. Able to find Harris, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Oh.
Under pressure, and
There
down
you go.
he goes.
6 yards.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big.
Might wanna
But
use one of the
sometimes they take
timeouts.
too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there. They get off the field on 3rd
Might be the
down.
final play of the game,
Excellent
or
job,
the final
excellent
one.
defensive series.
Hopefully
We
we
always
have
talk
nothing
about
else.
adjustments, and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series, and on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
23-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Well, as they try to close this out here in the 4th quarter with a slim lead, you know, Charles, I'm thinking about Tommy Matthews, the ride that he has been on, and probably could have hoped for a better scenario to close out his college career.
And for him, that might be a little bit of an understatement right now because things look
See the same
fantastic.
throw.
He's got the ball, the lead, clock's ticking in his favor, and now we just got to find out if he's going to look.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Let's go.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. On the move to his left. Simpson reels it in over the middle. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Come on.
But it's incomplete.
You haven't missed like a single
A lot
one.
of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. From 13 yards out. And Clemson tacks onto their lead. And, Charles, we talked about it earlier, their last game together, and now a 2nd touchdown connection between the dynamic duo.
And I love the fact that in preparation for this game, you thought that they would have a big game together, and you're right so far. 2 touchdowns, and think about it this way. Both of them get a football each for their trophy cases at home. And didn't one of them tell us before the game that if there's a 3rd, they were sending it back to the high school? Is that accurate?
Yeah, Tommy Matthews was joking with us after that interview we had. He said if he gets that 3rd, you're right, he's shipping it right back to the high school to put it in the trophy case. We'll see if it comes to fruition. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, You can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Wait, what? I get a penalty for that.
Is intercepted, or was it? Wait, they'll say no.
I'm
no
gonna.
interception.
Okay, I actually feel bad about doing
bounds,
that now.
apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
On fourth down, Wade. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom.
He's trying to get him to get one.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away.
No.
The end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big point that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that.
Oh, he fell down.
Something that's a staple for you and should work.
They catch that.
And try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game. It's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flush to his right.
Well, we have 5 seconds. So.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
It's not always surprised.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw.
I don't even know what they're doing.
And that will be incomplete. As time has run out
champions 2 times in a row. Let's go.
What a run for the Heartbreak Kids, and it all culminates here in the Big Easy. They are the national champions.
2 years. Scouts are definitely going to be looking at me.
Champions performance, weapons galore on the offensive side of the football, and they finish things off in style as they will be crowned the champions of the college football world.
Cool.
Hey,
Here we go.
you know, it was really great what you did.
What do you mean?
I know you could have gone to the draft last year, but instead you risked everything to come back here and help us. It means a lot to me, man.
Hey, we've been through it all together, man. You know I love you like a brother.
Cool. Yeah, we did
So,
good.
are you feeling thankful enough to finally admit that I'm Batman?
Come on, let's not get carried away now. But hey,
Wow.
I will admit,
The
you know
voice.
Robin.
Okay. Well, at least there's that.
Superman.
Soups.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I can work with that.
Yeah, you know, he's Batman's equal, his biggest rival. And even though they battle it out from time to time, they always wind up back as close friends.
I can definitely work with that.
But hey, just in case you ever go stepping out of line, you should know that I always keep an extra thing of kryptonite on me at all times.
You might need that in the NFL against me. No cap.
No cap.
Well, that was certainly
So
a
now we're gonna
college
go to the
career for
combine, I'm guessing.
ages. And it was my honor to be there with you guys through that part of your journey. And I just want to thank you for taking us through that. Now, we're closing in on another critical chapter, the NFL Combine.
Here we
So,
go.
the NFL
It's the drive I waited
Combine,
on.
I spent so much time preparing for it, but some things you can't ever really say you're ready for. That's how the week felt to me.
Some reports are suggesting you may switch back to quarterback. Are you declaring as a QB for the draft? Shift back to QB or stay as W? I think we'll shift back. I had great experience switching roles to help the team out, but the whole time I felt the call to return to my natural role as QB. So that's where I plan on playing in the NFL. Okay. I think we should. As you step out onto the field for first time, a lot of teams will be watching. Do you have a specific team that draft? So pick favorite team or let fate decide. So we can actually choose this time? Because last time I think, basically didn't have a choice and you had to let fate decide. So we could do that, or we could pick our favorite team. Oh, which one should we do? I really want to do this one, but I also feel like it's not going to happen. And we'll have to do this one. I also feel like we'll be in a really bad team. You know what? Let's do favorite team. Because I just feel like we're gonna... Because I think if you force pick it, it's usually on this team, actually, theirs. So we're gonna go for favorite team. Let's go with Colts, obviously. So, I mean, what guy doesn't want to play for the team they cheered for their whole life? I don't know. We could. We could very well be on
I walked away from the press conference feeling a buzz. I said a lot of things, but will my performance back it up?
Okay.
No.
Weird that he's like not actually talking. Oh, now he is. We're at Lucas Oil Stadium.
Be happening.
Oh, man, okay. Think. It's the last place you looked at him.
If you knew where you last saw them, they wouldn't be lost now, would they?
Yeah, thanks. A lot of help you are. Oh, you're rich.
Say it with me now.
Oh, that's the interviewer.
Right, Eisen. You're Rich Eisen, big fan.
He's the one that was on that news thing.
I'm gonna be the
think he was in
laughing
football,
stock of
too.
your next broadcast, aren't I?
Depends. You gonna run the 40 barefoot? I may have a little fun with you, but don't worry. I won't make you a running joke, huh? Come on. I thought it was pretty good.
Maybe not your best, but I'll tell you what. You let me wear your cleats, I'll laugh at any joke you have. I mean, seriously, I'm desperate.
Try 'em on. see if they fit. What's the verdict?
The Rich Eisens, yeah.
Fit, but honestly, and I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but they're a little damp. They're like really damp. Did you go swimming in these?
Thought you said you were a fan. If you were, then you'd know I just ran my annual Run Rich Run 40 for charity.
Right. How'd it go?
Let's just say my days of keeping up with Saquon Barkley are behind me. Maybe you'll fare better than I did out there.
What was your time?
5.98, baby.
Well, I can't do any worse. I've seen statues move faster than that.
All right, well, I want you to go out there and post a time of at least 4.6. Think you could swing that?
Should I'll do even better? Let's do it.
With as much adrenaline as I have coursing through my veins right now from trying to find my cleats, there's no way I don't beat the combine record. I'll tell you what, I'll be even faster. Just watch.
Now that is
Being
what I like
confident
to hear.
now.
You're going to be helping those kids at St. Jude more than you know. Go get them, champ. Hope those shoes bring you good luck and an even better 40 time.
Thanks again, man.
Okay.
Yep, I feel it.
Show ourselves to all the teams. I just feel like we're not going to be able to get drafted Colts. It'd be pretty cool though.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the NFL Scouting Combine. I'm Rich Eisen.
I wonder who's going to be our
tour
agent.
guide as we meet the next crop of elite NFL talent. We're going to start
Hopefully
things
it's not
off
going to be
with my
like some
personal
random guy that we
favorite,
don't even
the
know.
event that can break
last
the
time.
spirit of any man, the 40-yard dash. First up, we've got one
what?
half of America's darlings, the Heartbreak Kids, an intriguing draft prospect to say the least.
.46. Is that what you're supposed to do? I forget what he said. We're doing it again. Okay. .46 again.
We'll see him up next for the skills portion of this year's NFL Scouting Combine.
Welcome to the NFL Scouting Combine. Because the limited experienced coaches and scouts don't know so they're interested to see how well you can throw football. Normally, you could be drafted early, but struggle, you might slip to later on the same draft. So it's basically the same as last year. So if you're taking that spot, receivers, protection, ball, it's crazy that we made it this far in the game and we're still not even like that far in it. Nice. Hot spot. So we're just gonna catch it. They gotta catch it inside of there. Easy passes right now. Oh, that was a little slow. Oh, actually got it. Actually got it. Nice. Doing some pretty good passes so far. Don't know how many they're gonna. Oh no, that's probably not gonna. Yeah, dang it. Corner ones are getting hard. Ooh, okay. Oh no, you threw way too early there. No, crap. These passes are kind of hard.
Well,
Right,
today,
so
and a little bit of an order. Select few guys who may have just cemented their place as one of the top picks in the upcoming NFL draft. Until
wasn't
next
bad,
time,
though.
I'm Rich Eisen.
Oh, those are all the passes we had to do? That wasn't as many
Welcome
as I
to
thought
the
we were gonna do.
2020 NFL Draft. Sure, the experts have done 2.7 million mock drafts, but you can toss those babies out the window. Welcome back
Yeah.
to the first round of the 2020
First
NFL
round.
Draft.
Ooh, already?
Hey, this is the offensive coordinator of the Indianapolis Colts. How you feeling
Let's
right
go.
Oh, everything's great, Coach.
now? Well, look, son, we've
Dude.
been following you for quite some time, and we believe you could be an integral part of this team.
Thank you,
First
sir.
round, too.
Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much this means to me. And I'm ready to do whatever it takes to show you I'm worth your pick.
I know you will. I'll expect you to show up ready, okay?
I'll be the first one there. Can't wait.
Epic dances.
And I'm just getting confirmation that the pick is in. Let's take it to the podium to see who the next
we
pick in
first
the draft
overall?
is going to be.
Overall.
What a phenomenal
There you go.
pick. This kid has
We're
shown
number
some
1.
elite abilities on the field. He's a freak athlete, totally capable of taking over a game in the right system.
I got like the biggest smile. Alright. So here we go, dude. Perfect team to be on. So upgrade and customize your player from the player card. Full season experience. Jump in for a deeper full season experience at any time by switching to Classic Franchise here. Your journey to the Hall of Fame starts now. Okay, so this is like the real thing now. We're actually in the actual thing. Yeah, this is when you could like play the music. So we're in the actual thing. So it looks like we're starting out in preseason. We got Rise to Fame, new objective. Let's see what this is. See a bunch of different stuff. We got make Hall of Fame, win your rookie debut, get rookie of the year. Okay. So we are quarterback, I believe, as well. So then we got that. I don't want to switch to classic. I think we'll. So we got you've entered the NFL as one of the most hyped prospects in your draft class. Anything less than a stellar first stack will be a disappointment. Okay.
This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths and weaknesses by looking at your archetype ratings. This is your development trait. Superstar and Superstar X Factor players will progress faster over time. You can improve your development trait by being one of the top performers in the league at your position.
Okay. So this looks a lot similar to what it did in Madden 20. Zone abilities can be activated in game by meeting certain criteria. There we go. So this looks exactly the same. Man, we look good in those colors. Goals, so we're age 22, rookie, college Drake, weight 210 pounds, 6'4". Yeah, this looks good to me. This looks pretty good. Okay. Cool. So I believe we just continue, right? So it looks like we're in preseason. I don't know what for preseason week 1. I'm guessing we start off like very beginning like we did in Madden 20. So let's continue, I guess.
This class is very deep, and perhaps no one is more hyped from this class than Tommy Matthews' old partner in crime, who was just selected in the top 10.
Oh, we were in
My
top
level
10.
of excitement for the start of the season is perhaps only rivaled by my excitement to see just what that kid's capable of doing on an NFL field. There hasn't been this kind of hype and intrigue since Tesla's Cybertruck release. So the big question I have for this year is, will this rookie sensation succumb to the hype, or will he rise to the top? Guess we'll find out soon enough after the Week 1 games get underway.
Okay. Excited. Can't believe we made it this far. Oh, we're back
Being
to the
such a
interview.
high draft pick comes at a cost. Mainly, everyone expecting you to resurrect the franchise. What helped you adjust to NFL life?
Okay, practiced hard, follow team captain. Playbook. What should we do? Follow team captain. Follow team captain, the playbook, practice hard. Let's just do practice hard.
I took every rep in practice seriously. Each one could be the difference in me getting on the field.
This looks so much darker in here now. Intense personality. This decision makes you more intense. So, there are 4 personalities in the game: intense, team lead, player, leader, and entertainer. Your choices determine your dominant personality and unlock special dialogue choices and rewards. Practice will get gold for maximum ratings, boost, and a new ability. Okay.
Fellas, we're not done yet.
So are we going into a game now? I guess we are.
We've had a good week so far. Let's make sure we finish
We're
the
on
same
I'm
way.
like the past
Sunday's
T.Y.
opponent is
Hilton
a
like
tough
every
one,
single
so
time,
we
dude.
need to be great out here today, okay?
He's like one of their best players. The practice thing looks about the exact same. Okay. So it looks like the practice is about the same. Looks like. About that. What? Oh no. Please don't tell me this is how it's gonna go. Why Jack Doyle not catch that? There we go. Well, if we don't miss, or we don't. Oh, okay. All right, this is also my first practice, so you know. Go for a long one. No. All right. Did not do that good. You know what? We'll just continue with it. Mistakes were made. What's XP? Experience points allows you to level up and improve your players. Okay. So we just go right into a game now?
It's not easy being a rookie.
This is the first
week.
week.
Excitement, the pressure, the fanfare, the interviews, the
What is kind of cool though is they're actually having cutscenes that even during the NFL, which they didn't actually do in Madden 20. So I'm definitely kind of impressed with this. So we got T.Y. Hilton here. Welcome to the NFL, my man. Don't think I need to tell you this, but there's a lot what comes with this lifestyle. The gym, study your playbook. What do you want to do first? I'll study my playbook. Why not? I'm gonna head back to practice, get in bed, and curl up with a good book. Our playbook. Gotta make sure I have this thing down by week 1. Love that. I can't remember how to say that. That will go a long way in getting you on the field early. Dude, the graphics on this game is crazy. Dude.
It was still the
They
early
look just
days,
like the real
but
people.
my team and I were getting
crazy.
to know each other, building the bond that would keep us strong and competitive through the coming season.
We get a good impression. Good, good. Alright, so we still got our first game, which is versus the Eagles. I guess we're going against the Eagles first. Okay. We still got to get these. So these are free objectives, it looks like. Can we do any level up yet? No, maybe. I don't think we can do that yet. I don't think we're far enough in the game. Stats and contracts. Okay. Because it would kind of suck if I wasn't in this team anymore. Or the 18 number ranked quarterback based on his overall rating. We're actually 79 overall rating. Or 82 overall actually. Now it says it's actually not bad. It's actually pretty good for first year. It's actually really good. Okay, so should we start our first game? I guess we'll just press continue because I don't really know what we do from here. I guess we're simulating to. Wait, what the heck? Why are we going week 2 now? Why are we fast forwarding? I guess it is preseason, so it's okay. Okay, I guess we're not doing preseason yet. So now we're on week 1, which I probably would have skipped preseason anyway, so it's okay. So what are you made of? With the regular season about the beginning, teams are around the league are anxious to find out they nailed their draft picks. Okay. Looks like a new upgrade. So we have 1 skill point. It's a strong arm one. Kind of a good one to upgrade on. Alright. I'm gonna try to do good at this time as a quarterback. I'm gonna try to get literally most Super Bowls ever. We still got the same one. I don't think we really need to check this because I think it's gonna be the same. So let's press continue. I believe we will start a first NFL game.
It was a press conference before our first game of my rookie season, but the reporters didn't waste any time filling me in on what the world was saying.
Being who is the future of this team, my fans, media, and your teammates will mean more this year. Going to the playoffs, rookie of the year. I kind of want to get rookie of the year. I also want to do this one. These are really both good ones. I really don't know which one I'm going to do. Let's do going to the playoffs for our first year. And rookie of the year would be nice. Super Bowl rings on every finger would be even nice. You're the one championships, not individual accolades. Just saying.
I was glad they asked because it helped me hone in on my ultimate goal. I was going to work as hard as I could to make sure that the team and I were holding up the Lombardi Trophy at the next Super Bowl.
Cool. Be epic if we did that in the first year. Legacy determines if you enter the Hall of Fame when your career ends. Oh, we got our high school coach here now. Okay. Hey, Sense. Hope you haven't forgotten your old high school coach now that you're in the NFL. Awesome job dealing with rough media today. So they still got like the messages thing where people talk to you. I no doubt the guys in the locker room took notice too. Okay, whatever they need, I got it from you. Let's just put whatever they need. Go. Game day goal gain 275 passing and rushing yards against the Jaguars. Alright. It's time for our first game. I believe.
Today,
first game in Indianapolis.
Bankfield in Jacksonville,
I just hope it doesn't get like really difficult all of a sudden now that we're actually in. Probably won't.
of the NFL on EA Sports.
I think they actually went against Jaguars in actual 2020 for week 1. Because I think they have the same game schedule. But I'm excited. Build up our team just like we tried to last year. And this time I think I actually might do it. More than just the first year. I think the story might goes all the way to retirement.
Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Nice. Skip this. Did I skip this? So will this actually play the whole game while we do offense only, or will we do offense and defense? If you're able to choose before.
Jolted into action with the introduction to these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay. I believe we play first. We're in Jacksonville now. Looks like we get us there first. Nice. So now we're in the big leagues. Now we got to get some big football teams.
He's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Let's go. He's past the whole thing the whole time. It's like one of the best players. Come on. Okay, that's not exactly how I want to start off the first play, but okay. I can already see where this is going to go. So it looks like we are going to play defense. Really, it's really how we just started that off.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and then
Raining
make it second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Oh,
nice.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's try not to get an interception this time.
Making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver,
and it
results in an incomplete pass.
Cook now on to
what was that? Oh wait, I thought it was off.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do, and what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came
there we go. He actually caught it this time.
He was there to congratulate him and really say
that's probably like one of my favorite
he threw the interception many points.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I don't know why it was so loud.
Well, Charles, you think about the quarterback position in the National Football League. Look, I think we can agree you can't win without a good one, and this organization was sold on this young man from the very beginning.
They certainly were. They loved what they saw from him in college. I think a lot of it was the ability to process quickly and make decisive decisions. Able to get rid of the football to the right targets.
Nice catch. He's really the only one to do that.
If you're that guy where you can you're the guy. This is your team.
Get jacked over,
acclimate as the season goes on. The flip side is everyone expects you to be great right out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, it's not always instant success. Kyler Murray last year, Cardinals go 5-10-1, although some didn't expect them to do that well. But
I'm kind of a little nervous that we're actually in
the 4-12, so it's not always roses from day one.
Bigger leagues.
He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
I want to get a touchdown. Get a first NFL touchdown.
A nice throw right there, Charles. And this is a quarterback who said he wants to take this team to the playoffs because he was asked this week, what do you want more? You want to go to the playoffs, or would you rather win Rookie of the Year? I think we would understand why he would say, let's get to the playoffs.
Well, it's a smart play for a guy who's the face of the franchise, who's leading the team. You know, if you're the quarterback, you always want the team goals ahead of individual ones. Let's be frank about the whole thing. Yes, he wants to get to the playoffs, but he wants to do it well enough where he is also the Rookie of the Year. It's great recognition. It's a bonus in your contract.
How do we not accept
but
that?
even more importantly than that,
we're like right
it
there.
tells the rest of the league that you're playing at a really high level.
Popularity for him not a problem right now because and that is caught.
First NFL touchdown. Let's go. Get the crowd on this.
There to make the grab, and the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Did we? All right, I was going to say.
Aldrich Rosas lining up for
they're just seeing if we had it or not. He did sometimes.
It took them an extra look, but they found out
wait.
a touchdown indeed.
Oh.
The official says
okay. Not sure how they missed that, but okay.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
It's a little confusing.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
No clue I missed that.
Taken in the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Malik Booker on the coverage.
Here's Minshew. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. He gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
The guy who was throwing to like sliding.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure what they were doing.
Incomplete.
Here's Logan Cook now.
As
he'll
really.
kick it away for the second time.
Actually, I'm kind of glad that it lets you do both because
this is going to carry
I don't really
well
like it
into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
All right.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
That was kind of nice. I don't know why I went for that.
That one nearly picked. Second down.
If we can be.
Out to his left. They'll tussle for it.
Okay, I don't know how I caught that.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Charles, great article in their local paper yesterday titled Student of the Game about this young quarterback and all the time that he spent in the film room getting ready for the season. He said a lot of times he was the first one in and the last one out, just getting some extra eyes on game film.
And what I loved is how they drew out of him how he got prepared, because he really wanted to dive into the playbook.
Is that complete?
We all know that with the NFL rules and how things are, you can't spend all of your time at the facility in the offseason. So during OTAs and minicamp, he got the coaches to do like detailed videos for him about going through the entire playbook, and then he studied those in the offseason to get him ready for when he came back to camp and then on into the season now. I thought that was pretty impressive for a youngster.
It also gets you instant respect from the veterans in the locker room, does it not?
It certainly does, because you're announcing to everyone without standing on top of the mountain that you're all in.
Ooh, let's go, dude.
A nice throw here, right side. He holds it in, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Zach Pascal, 47 yards, and the Colts are able to grow their lead. Well, I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route. And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat, and then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
Takes it at the 7. Not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
I'm actually really surprised that we actually are on this team.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Probably because we did so well.
Twice, they've punted twice, not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Minshew sets to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's going to launch this thing
I
right downfield.
do not understand this guy's plays.
Passing game not in sync here early.
His plays are kind of bad. This team's not really that good.
Opportunities on offense and still haven't
Especially if they only had one win this whole year.
Felt like
I
they
realize.
wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big
Ooh,
play
what the
and
heck?
a quick strike.
You see how he caught that?
He gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going
That's actually
out.
good.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, I see what you were there.
But it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and now it's 2nd down.
Pretty good so far, though. 13-0.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that
What is ridiculous? They found it like too early.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I have to go for a run on this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And the Colts first down.
If you're Doyle, why not?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw deep.
Come on, Doyle. Let's go.
He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jack Doyle, 28 yards.
This is how
and the
we do it.
Colts add on to their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard. Where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
I did make it to the playoffs. I wish I could have
Able to get this out to the 25.
I did make it to the line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a
Holy
second
crap,
fix,
that guy's
double
fast.
moves, things of that nature to
Why have they not been
put
passing
some
to
pressure
him?
on the defense.
The Jaguars on
Should've
3rd
passed him a
down.
long time ago.
0 for 3 to this point. They could
That was
use a
insane.
conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. The open
Oh.
man the shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
42-yard line.
Fournette running out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, I thought this was both of them.
Brings up third on
third down. Thompson.
Oh, he had like a super fast guy.
Yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now.
Not bad.
Another first and
Got
10.
3 touchdowns. They got none. This game's going better than I thought it was going to
Coming
go.
up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman
As
in
long as we
Orlando.
can make it to the
Back for another
playoffs.
year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
This year I'm not going to do something
And incomplete, a drop there
stupid,
in the
but I
middle
just
third
can't
of the
defense the whole
field.
time.
That'll bring up second down.
Malik Hooker on the coverage.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Open man is Westbrook complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Jaguar first down as Minshew finds Westbrook.
Well, when the Jaguars want to throw the football, they often look to D.D. Westbrook, who just completed that play there. 101 targets, 66 catches for both 2018 and 2019.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew.
Basically, my goal is to make my quarterback the best ever.
And they'll get him to the ground.
So far,
he has another first down at the
getting the
Colts
pass
14. 17 yards on the
course, he isn't
pickup
going
there, and the
NFL
drive will continue. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. It'll be Minshew again. This will be caught just inside the 10.
He catches him so many times. So first down.
First and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he will get this into the end zone.
Whatever. I'm gonna let her cheer. They still got a while to go.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room.
This is good.
This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-down touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks.
Oh.
He's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1.
Every single time.
No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring
we
at
actually
a
make
3rd
this.
and 10.
We just screwed around at this point.
Looking deep for Hilton.
Oh, no.
Incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And a fake
Let's go.
He's going to have a first down. That goes for 15 yards on the fake, a first down. And a lot lot of fist pumps right now on that sideline.
That's what I'm talking about.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
Set to kick off.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe pick up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by the length of the football for a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
Now Minshew. To the left side here for Eifert. It'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
42-yard line. A gain of 4.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he completes it to Westbrook.
Dude.
And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another.
How many times are you going to throw to this guy?
43. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Minshew with a give to Fournette. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to
what is this guy doing? He's like juking all over the place.
Stand up when the going gets tough in here. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
It's probably like the best part about this game.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew.
Oh, I did not expect him to catch that. Okay, yeah, they might actually catch up first.
35 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
I swear, if you win every single game, I'm going to lose this one.
Good, and the lead will shrink to 6. Rodgers on the return.
Why did he invite me?
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Yeah, need something.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
How's Madden?
What'd you say?
I'm bored.
Good.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got Burton here, and he's got it past
Just don't say that was on me.
Before he's hit and dropped.
Thank you. I was going to say, if that was on me.
We looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now he'll pull it down.
Who just got another flag?
The first down and more inside the
team.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Who are you playing?
Jaguars. This is my
good
first
chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about
so I just got
yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books.
They got a flag on. Oh, of course. Bro, holy crap! This guy's
and go to start with simple in the arena and go to salty.
Just second down.
Accidentally just threw it around. Crap, I just threw it around.
Man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF Marlon Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. Dude,
what do you mean?
By Jared Wilson. And they have the football.
Bringing it.
at the 24-yard line. Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
We're in the lead right now.
A pass complete here to Conley.
They actually might catch up to us.
Pick up a 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Quarterback.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Why?
There's like a bunch of people here.
Pass there, complete to Westbrook.
He does short. They catch up to us.
Takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Minshew, 1st and 10. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
That's good. Out of bounds.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there.
Looking for a friend got actually into an NFL team. Actually kind of wondering about that.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
What did you say?
We could go against him.
Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. Looking for his
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Run it. Come on, we can get it. We can get it. We can get it. Let's go.
And he will bring it back.
Just intercepted.
For a Colts TD. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
That's
and it's not anything that you would think is just
now we're on the end
strategy.
zone
It's
now.
just that when you have 5
We can get 2 of them.
on the field and an obvious passing down,
Let's
it's
go.
a much tougher completed
Oh, I
pass.
should have just got screwed up
They
there.
completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up
Good, just got
incomplete.
another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Sorry, not you.
I don't even know what you said.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Stay tuned. We'll probably do a Fortnite stream eventually. So I do know there's another one.
Play
Is
with
it the
me.
foot knockback? Isn't the foot knockback?
He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
That was like one of my favorite weapons.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first
You
down.
hear Quicks got banned?
A little bit.
From the gun,
That's just
Minshew
crazy.
to throw.
They like
Interception.
125,000.
Oh.
Intercepted.
Oh.
Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Colts come to the line
Yeah, I'm
ready to
watching.
start their next drive. They have to like the position.
You always
that
like
they
wear
are
the
in.
same
Fourth
stuff,
quarter,
Brave stuff,
2-score
Brave
lead,
shirts.
and now the ball back after the INT. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end, but it'll be
Like you wear the
2nd
same
down.
clothes, kinda. Or it seems like it.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Looking to throw.
You think you
He's
can get
gonna let
in my
this
way
go
than
for
more?
the end zone.
Okay.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on
What a
2nd and
horrible
10.
throw.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I know. I was like, he got in my way.
Down the middle of the field. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a
They're like
3rd and
always
3.
passing.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll get get this one to about the 20-yard
slide.
line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And he's gonna
Why
keep
is
it
my
here.
guy so slow?
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I really don't want to go for a field goal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Do I have to? Yeah, I'm going for first down. Oh, actually, I get a touchdown.
Just a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
What's the cipher code relative
Now a
to
shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Let's go.
it's tomorrow at 5.
Yeah, kind of excited. I think he's gonna have a locker bender too.
And the Colts, they
Who are you
add on
gonna
to their
play with?
advantage. Turning into a really good performance on the road.
Probably motion.
You're just hoping for that first
What?
win.
We missed that kick.
From home though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the
My kick was
NFL
bad.
is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's
Yeah,
supposed to be
no,
tough or
say,
not.
like, no,
in this particular
it's not bad, you
situation,
bad.
how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do though. Keelan Cole down to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars
See when I
come to
can
the line
change
to
my
start
music.
their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason
didn't
has
even
not
do that.
translated
Just go to
into
Epic
week one
Games
because
and
they have
then
not been particularly competitive here at
sign
home.
it in, then go to
These
account,
fans just kind of
and then you
beside
can
themselves right now.
go to
And they're able to get this one across the 30.
Right now it's Fetus got herpes.
Nice way to start
the?
the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. 2
gonna
minutes
ask.
left to play in this football game here on EA
Or should I change it? I might
Sports.
change it
So
to
it's
Fetus.
Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after
Fetus
having
and
time to
steroids.
talk it over. And now the throw taken in by Chark.
He was
So
completely
here
open.
to pick
That
up
kind of
the
makes
lead.
sense.
Leaves him with 2 to go
Yeah,
on
you
second down.
you referred to him about 20 times. Why not throw again?
His throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
Ooh, this guy's fast.
They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up
They get a
26
touchdown,
yards. To the left side here for
I don't really care though, because they're not going to catch up with me.
bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
They have 2 touchdowns and they
Second
won't
and
catch it.
6.
Out of the gun is
It's not
Minshew.
good.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard
How are they not letting any of your
9 yards
timeouts?
to pick up there, and it's
You
a
might want
first
to use one
down.
of your timeouts.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, but it's going to be second down.
Gotta do no good.
And 10.
Oof.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to end up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Minshew throwing on third down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's close.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on
I
third
just got a
down
penalty.
and bring up what I think for the offense.
It's 4th and 10. Why did I have to get? Oh, no, I didn't get a penalty. No! Oh, whatever. I don't care if he gets touchdown.
D.D. Westbrook there to make the grab. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
Never know, I could do a quick comeback.
There by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't
40
believe that's the kind of
seconds?
play he would have made
Yeah,
as
they
a
could
rookie,
onside kick it,
because usually your rookie
do
season
a Hail
is
Mary,
a continuation
touchdown,
yeah.
that'd be,
They
then
do
a
Hail
double
Marys.
point, that'll be 28 to 32, and then they do that again and win. See, it's not that hard.
reading the field and getting to a
Alright, we'll
second,
try it.
sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the
What is this?
kick.
Why are they doing this type of kick? I don't even care. They brought their stuff
Put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Hail Mary.
We knew even before they put the
Let's do it.
toe to the leather on
I
that
might
one,
regret this.
their chances of getting that
Yeah, they
done,
could pick six it and then do it again.
and I do
And completely destroy you.
Oh
Is
god.
that Chip Kelly?
What?
The coach for the Jags.
After the
I
incomplete
don't know.
pass here
I
now
don't know
is
who coaches
2nd and 10.
Mary.
Jaguars are trash. They're not gonna.
Deep for Hilton.
Do you remember their score this year? The last goal I got, they just intercepted right when I said that. I don't care. It's 20 seconds left. What are they gonna do?
Get a touchdown. It's like they could do another touchdown.
Did he just do a basketball hoop?
That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
That's a difference.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty
Oh crap, they are going for a big play.
who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that
Oh
be?
crap.
Everyone Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
You should put a command where it says fetus.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
It'd say fetus is.
Oh.
Already with 1 interception, just
Not that.
missing his 2nd there.
JK.
Twice.
On the coverage.
This game.
Here's Minshew.
Oh.
And this is
There we go.
and that should do it.
3.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard
I know you
line.
did not. You sure that.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Defensively,
My
there's still
God.
3
As long as we get a
timeouts.
complete pass.
Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway.
Let's go,
It
Hilton.
seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just
You watch the
send a
Pauls?
message?
Message that you're not quitting. Let your team
What?
know you're
The
not
Paul
gonna throw
brothers,
away,
like one of them.
and you're always hoping for that
No.
ultimate miracle.
Okay.
Sometime
I feel like you're the
you'll
type
pick
to
off
watch them.
the score, and you'll have a chance one more time, and maybe on an onside kick, but
I'm pulling Jake Paul.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey
Like, did you
begins,
know
Charles.
those
Week 1 in the books.
guys still
Gonna be a
living in
great
Jake Paul?
season.
oh man, so much to look forward
First game.
to. Isn't it nice
We
to
already
get
got
a
our
really
first
good
win.
game right out of the gate? Preseason
So we're gonna watch
behind
the
us.
let's see if there's a
These
cut
games
from you guys
count
in
now,
the
don't
off the
they?
stream.
Yeah, this is the exciting time with
Streaming straight
just
for like
1
an
week
hour and a half.
gone and plenty of weeks to come.
Yeah. There you go, Hayden.
The goal is
So
gonna
for
be
Indianapolis,
playoffs.
hey, you get a win, you get it
You can
on
do
the
like
road.
one
You
game
can't
per-
ask for much more than
Or
that
how many
to
games do
start
you
the
do?
year. And they will head home
I've only
next
done
week
one.
to take
Are you gonna do 1 game per stream?
Maybe. Ooh, achievement unlocked. Got the
Did the Colts
player.
even make the playoffs this season?
Gain the roll. Yeah, they did. Wild card.
They lost wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Over the win. Did you say you?
I said to
Season
who?
was off to a hot start, and I was full of confidence when I stepped up
Bills.
to the podium. If the press wanted a quote,
Wasn't it
I
the
was
Bills'
gonna
first
give them
playoff
one
win
to
in like
remember.
years? Some shit.
Really? Quote. You guys play great out there. Seems like the cheers haven't stopped since today you got drafted. How have you managed the noise? Ignore it. Demand accountability. Embrace it. Then should we go?
No
Embrace
loser.
it. Just embrace it. Wait, no, I didn't mean to do the other one. I don't know why I went whatever. Forced you here, but I don't have time to leave, so I pushed you back. It's weird that he's like not actually talking. I don't really understand.
I said my piece.
My character's
gave them a
not
good
actually
quote along
talking.
with two, and stepped away. But despite my
Expect
answer,
him to-
I
Easy
knew
to
the
do
games
that?
ahead would
I
determine
don't
if
know.
it was real or just hot air.
That's what I don't understand about this game. It's like,
They make the trailers look so cool, but it's really not that cool.
I think they could have made that better. Locker room swagger. Just, player happiness and direct being versus ratings and performance. Momentum boost, successful debut, sign of defensive time up to halfway point of the season. It's rolling, and there's no debate about your standing. You're the real deal. Okay.
I
So now we're
remember
back
that
to our
day.
interview.
The game plan flowed through you,
110.
but everyone has someone they can lean on. Which teammate?
I'm so
helped you
washed
the
at this
most?
game, I swear to God.
I think we definitely passed to Hilton a lot, so I think I'm gonna go with Hilton.
Oh, there's a blue
The
version
whole
of that
team
skin?
respected his opinion, He was sort of the veteran voice of the team.
What,
everyone
Red
looked
Jet?
up to.
Yeah.
No matter how things went,
Yeah.
I knew I
When did that
could
come
count.
Just
out?
came out. I think today. That's the only thing I've seen.
It's so cool.
Joining awareness for Titi.
What is it? She's now Blue Jade, I guess.
Giving some props again.
Yeah, that's actually kind of
750
cool.
legacy, nice. Okay, so I think we got a new upgrade. We are now 1-0. Looks like. Here we go. So we have 1 skill point, which we use it on. Do improviser. We're 82 over already, though. That's actually like good. Okay. Do we have anything else we need to do? I have a new update for Estefan. So it looks like we got our win your rookie thing, or like our W. So that's our first one. We still need to get the rookie of the year. We also got Hall of Fame. So those are our 2 main ones. So we're getting on the stream.
Bye, chat. Love you guys. Make sure to tell your mothers. I don't know. I lost my touch.
Why are we simulating? It's skipping my weeks. What are we doing?
Oh.
What is going on? Why are we on week 9? Why are we on week 10? Dude,
Hey, and
we
your
just on
game's
week
lacking
1.
out.
I'm so confused. We
Wait,
just
I
went to
wanna
week
watch this.
11.
Hold on, I wanna watch this.
I'm so confused. We just went to week 11. We went from week 1 to... What the heck?
That's for 10 weeks.
But dude, we're 10-0. Jeez, dude, my team is cracked. We have 0 wins. We have 0 losses. We have 10... I mean, okay, I'm not complaining. I mean, as long as we're undefeated.
Make sure to keep it like that. And I swear to God, if you mess that record up.
Yeah. Dude, I'm like so confused though. Alright, well. I'm not really sure why we skipped weeks, but I guess we'll be back for week 11, I guess, instead of week 2. It's kind of weird. But, yeah. So if you guys enjoyed the stream, we'll be back later for some Fortnite. Then check out the update. And, yeah.